I don't know. I think we're good. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah.
Position-wise.
Cool.
Should be good. Yeah.
Yeah. I feel great.
I feel good. It's good to see you.
It's good to see you.
I'm stoked.
I am too. It's fun to actually see like you like more doing more video stuff and photo stuff. And
Yeah.
yeah.
We're trying. This year. This is our year.
Yeah.
The GROB year.
The GROB year. So wait, so you're doing more of them or no?
More of them.
The zines.
Zines? Yeah. We're taking submissions right now for issue 7. We need to like end it already so we can just publish it.
What is the current theme?
This one is change and progress.
Okay.
It's kind of like a continuation of the previous one, which is like pain and reflection. So
that's right.
we're bleeding into that.
I saw pain and reflection and I thought I shouldn't submit to this one because I don't have like anything. I mean, it's just like I went through, it's been a weird year. And then I was like, pain and reflection, I don't want to submit anything.
I don't want more of that.
I don't want to think about that right now.
For sure.
Change and
progress.
That seems more appropriate.
Yeah. I mean, we're going into a political year. We're going to get political this year, going into election.
Do you still vote?
Do I still vote?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You like you do your civic duty?
I mean, I try. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah. I don't know. Just like I've met like a lot of people in the past, like, I don't know.
That don't vote? They abstain?
They're like,
I disagree with
out.
that. I mean, I get it, but I disagree with it.
I watched most of your posts and you were like, having no opinion is siding with the enemy. They're almost like,
Well, it's like, you can't opt out of a system that's like designed to beat you into submission in a sense. Where it's like, oh yeah, I'm chilling. It's like, that's what they want. It's like, if you don't do anything, then all the bad shit's going to continue to happen because they're still doing it.
Yeah, I've just felt so exhausted. I don't agree with people who like who abstain. I have no intent to abstain in voting. I just thought I'm just so tired of this shit right now. I'm
absolutely. I understand. I mean, it's
very, very tired. I don't know what's going on in Texas. I don't know what's going on in North Carolina.
Anywhere in between.
Or anywhere else in between, yeah.
I don't even know. I couldn't even name the states in between.
You don't? That's your public school education.
Exactly. It was a Texas public school education.
Thanks, Greg.
Thanks, yeah. He did this.
It's his fault.
I'm going to blame Bush on this.
Yeah. What else have you been up to? I hadn't seen you in a long time.
Yeah.
Last we saw each other, we were at Stranded. We were getting coffee. We were catching up. You had plans for this stuff. We were going to make a cookbook together. I
still want to.
I still do too.
I'll still do it.
Well, this was the fun part about coming back to San Antonio. It's like I popped into theory and then just in a few random ass places, and I've mentioned and talking to people like, hey, you own this like breakfast spot, and I didn't throw it out there what it was, and then they're like, oh, he's Brother Frank's, and that has been like the most exciting thing. I was like, oh shit, your breakfast sandwiches were great.
Yeah, hell yeah.
And they were stoked on it, and that's like, was not really sure. I didn't know if the hype was just in my head or it was just like constantly being around the same people that were stoked on my thing. Yeah, they're like part of the homies or whatever, but these are random people and like other friends of friends. They're like, yeah, we missed this. This was unique here in San Antonio. Yeah. And that's been super cool.
Hell yeah. It was a good time. It was a golden age.
It was the golden age in breakfast sandwich.
Absolutely.
eras of Southtown.
If you ask me, honestly.
It was just, so specific.
Just the whole, everything about it, honestly. Like that time period. We were doing a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
That's like kind of when we were kicking into more. We did that release event.
That was fun. Super fun.
That was really cool. We've been talking about doing another issue release. But
what would y'all do? Because
I don't know. We've just like...
The issue release was... I can't remember the theme. It had something to do with Sky.
I think it was just Sky. Yeah, it was
just
issue
Sky. 4. And I chose to do something around with a duck. And I was like, I'm going to do duck 5 ways or something. But it was like duck confit and then this like the duck wing. I used like all that stuff. That was fun.
That was good. Yeah.
What would you do next? No, go ahead.
For the next release?
Yeah.
I don't know. We've just brought it up and like tossed ideas and then never really land on anything. And we just move on.
But you had vendors. There was a big crowd.
There's a couple of vendors. Yeah, it's pretty small, but
there was a lot of people that showed up for it.
It was a good crowd. Yeah, I was surprised by how many people showed up.
For
honestly.
A small independent zine, that's free. You don't have anybody advertising in it. A lot of people showed up.
Now it's $3, so we've gone up.
Well,
times have changed.
It was free at the time. You corporate scumbag.
But there's still no ads. We're just doing it so we can keep doing it. Because at the time I also had a full-time job, and I was like, I could just write this off. Like, I don't really care about doing all this. Now I don't.
Now you have employees. You have a whole staff.
We got a producer.
It's a real cool studio.
Thank you. Yeah. It's fun.
It is really cool.
Yeah, I need to. It's not too interesting visually. Not yet.
Whatever, dude. You know how to make it look cool.
I want to get stuff. Yeah, well, ideally, these shelves were going to be in the background. I think the table was going to be this way when I was initially planning everything out, but things change. I got to make room. We got photography stuff in here.
Oh, yeah. I'm psyched for you. I really am.
Yeah, thanks.
Yeah, dude.
What are we sipping on? What do we got?
This is Cinsault. This is Spanish Cinsault. I just brought... No, wait. This is a French Cinsault. Sorry. Brought a bunch of wine to share with friends.
Yeah.
That's honestly what it was.
Hell yeah.
And we have not shared any of it. Yeah, I mean,
is the first one you shared?
Yeah, it's been sitting in the back of my truck. We had this like thought, oh, we're going to cook with Alex from Indie and some of the Theory people and some of the homies from Gold. We're like going to have this thing. I was going to obviously text you and Sean and other Vito and these other homies to like come by.
Yeah.
That has not materialized. So now there's just great wine sitting in the back of my truck that I want to like burn through.
Yeah.
We just got back from the Botanical Gardens and I'm like,
nice.
Camille, my girlfriend, had Whataburger for the first time.
Oh.
So
hell yeah.
Now we're celebrating having Whataburger, I guess.
Yeah. That's something to celebrate.
Yeah. Do you believe the hype? Do you give a shit about Whataburger or not?
I mean, I like it. I mean, I don't know. I've always heard or not always, but since they've sold out to Chicago company or whatever, it's different now.
I didn't know they sold out to a Chicago company.
Yeah, I think. I mean, it's been a few years. I'm not even
really
sure. Really?
I don't know why that like bugs me, but
yeah, exactly. It's no longer just like a thing. It's like a Texas thing anymore.
It's like the Nate Texas thing in me is like, you sold out to somebody outside of Texas.
Hot dog people.
Polish hot dog people. Isn't that the thing? It's like it's kraut pickle. I can't remember that's on a Chicago dog.
I'm not honestly sure.
It's okay.
I think I've had one maybe once.
Yeah, I ate one at Wrigley and that was it, man. Yeah. No, the wine's good. I'm glad we can get to share some.
What else is new? What do you got? What's going on?
I live in Asheville, North Carolina.
Yeah.
I'm a sous chef at a restaurant.
Yeah. Was it like a new thing? Like you kind of came up with it? Like you got them started, or was it an established one?
No, this is the first time in a few years I've actually like worked for somebody.
Okay.
I did, I had obviously Brother Frank's. Before that was a fabrication studio where I was like building stuff. That's how I met Jason in the first place.
Yeah, that big sliding door, right?
Yeah, that was like still the thing that remains there. There were some tables and some other stuff, but the sliding door was the thing that's remained.
Yeah.
But dipped out to Asheville.
Mm-hmm. Sometimes you just gotta do it.
Yeah, peace out.
Yeah.
And it's the best. I didn't want to initially go out there. I was kind of like hesitant. I thought I would honestly end up in Chicago. Because after it ended, I was like, what? I didn't know which direction to go. People had approached us about like opening up something else. At the Make Ready Market, at another Southtown food hall, we was looking into funding about buying something else and like a brick and mortar. I just thought it's like, well, this is a good opportunity to like dip. So we left the South Side and went out to Asheville, and I like it. I like it a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's really cool, man.
I need to go check it out.
Yeah, you've been saying that for a while. You're like, I'm going to come out. You were in South Carolina, or maybe you were going to go to South Carolina for a second.
Yeah, another buddy out there.
Yeah. It's cool. It's a town full of unironic hippies. It's like there's a weird deadhead population and like a bunch of... There's a white guy with dread lives out there. The white guys with dreads.
Yeah.
It happens, but as like bad as that is, I'm like less mad at them there.
The white guys having dreads?
Yeah, because
it's fine.
It's like I'm all right. They don't need to do that, but
they don't need to.
I'm not
going to gatekeep someone else's culture.
But them like doing that, there's just something not ironic about it. With the tie dye and everything else, it's a great beer culture. Food scene's kind of popping off in like a really interesting way, and I got the opportunity to be a sous chef at this really cool restaurant in town.
Yeah, what are they doing? What kind of food is it?
Dude, I always hate answering that question because it's not like I'm not mad at you. It's just always.
Not that I would even really know what it meant if you did answer that in a different way.
It's just like whatever other restaurant is. It's like New American Modern. It just takes on old stuff. But there's a schnitzel, there's a Caesar salad, there's very classic things done like very simply and very well. And I'm getting to be a part of that and get to do. Help with the brunch menu, help with the dinner menu, but like really focus on brunch. There's a breakfast sandwich, like say the breakfast sandwich that was here.
Yeah,
yeah.
So you're out there. That sandwich is translated.
That sandwich translated out there. That was like one of the first things. It was like, we should do this thing. I used to make these sandwiches. Make one. All right, cool. We're gonna put it on the menu.
Yeah.
So yeah,
it's that easy, dude. When it's that good, it's that easy.
Thank you.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. I still love cooking breakfast though. I don't. I don't miss. I don't miss doing what we're doing. I'm really glad it was like cool and quick and intimate, and got this, I think, at a like this kind of like weird little cult following of like people, a lot of industry folk, a lot of like younger people were like, I'm a little hungover, I want to get a coffee, I want to get a sandwich, I can get a beer, and they went. And that was cool. And then we also just like, we're also feeding so many peers, my peers in the industry, which was really, really fun. So like a lot of industry people constantly came to Brother Frank's. And that was always really exciting to have that. And yeah, I don't miss it. I'm like excited for this next thing, whatever it is.
Keep moving.
Progress, change
and progress.
Change and progress. Yeah,
there we go.
That's it. That's my submission. Is this audio clip? Yeah,
I'll transcribe it and I'll just put it in there.
This whole conversation takes up 20 pages of the Greater.
Yeah, that's the whole issue.
Do you like saying GROB?
I do. Yeah. I don't know why. Like, people don't know what it means. Just out of context.
Yeah.
It's not like, it doesn't even translate. It doesn't stand for anything. Like GROB doesn't mean anything. It's just the first two letters from
Yeah.
But like, it's just funny to me.
I like it a lot.
Yeah, we started saying it.
Such a funny word. But I remember I saw like the little Instagram pic. I was like, GROB, Greater Oblivion. I was like, damn it, that's really good.
Thanks.
Yeah, that's good. And it sounds so goofy too. It's very much up y'all's alley.
Yeah, it's perfect. Yeah. We've just embraced it.
What else is new? What else do you want to talk about? So,
circling back to the cookbook.
Yeah.
Do you still want to you want to figure that out?
I do want to figure that out. Are we like processing like projects and goals and friendship like on this podcast right at the same time? I was like, hey, you want to work on this thing? Yeah, sure. And then we start doing the logistics of it.
Yeah. That's kind of what we did with the first episode, I guess.
I guess so. Do you like making these books? I'm more curious about like you doing this thing. Like, you made Greater Oblivion. Why? GROB, why?
GROB, why?
Yeah, why did you make GROB?
I don't know, honestly. I mean, it's like...
was it just something to keep busy with?
Something like that. It was kind of, I think, a way to get myself started into this process of making more stuff.
Yeah.
Because I wasn't doing too much. I wasn't producing anything. I was like just in like a creative rut, maybe, in a sense.
Yeah.
And I was like, I want to do all these things, but like I don't have necessarily the content to do it, like to fill it. Or like I landed on a zine somehow.
Okay.
I think, actually, you know what happened? I think I watched... What is it? The French Dispatch? Is that the
Wes Anderson one? He's a Texas boy, right?
Is he?
I think so. We'll claim him.
Yeah, we'll say so.
Cool.
But I think that's the one where it's like the guy ran a newspaper, and it's like all the different seeing like different people doing all that, and I was like, that just, I don't know. I've always enjoyed that kind of like the beat kind of, I don't know, journalism and all that stuff.
Okay.
And I was like, I'd love to collaborate with people to get them to contribute whatever perspectives they have, different art things, or that blended into art outside of just writing.
Right.
And then, I mean, I don't know, it somehow manifested in this scene where I was like, all right, let's do this, and I have nothing, and there's no theme for the first one. So I was like, just send me whatever. Like the first issue is all just people that I knew that I was like, hey, send me something.
I have it.
Yeah.
I have all of them. All of them that since I've left, yeah. They're like precious little items.
Up to 4?
Up to 4.
I think I
have the first
5
2.
and 6. I'll give you a couple copies.
I would love one. Thank you.
Yeah.
I thought it was cool from the jump. I didn't know it was you at first when I saw it. I was like, I just would see it on the coffee table at shops, and I'm like, what the hell is this little thing? It's a cool little art book. I thought it was really fun. I always wanted to make zines, but I just never had the time, and was in architecture school. You make your own like portfolio of the work that you created, and rather than printing off images, which you usually do on like just a big like scanner printer kind of thing, I burn screens of all the photos, and then they became these weird like you could kind of tell what they were, and I screen printed all the text, and it was a total pain in the ass because some of it bled everywhere, but it looked really cool.
That sounds cool.
But it was awesome. Yeah, and I was like, man, this is really fun, like making books. When I saw somebody else was doing that with this thing, I got really jealous. I could feel it in me. I was like, damn, someone's doing this cool thing. I don't have the time to do this really cool thing. I was like, I'm going to piggyback off it.
For sure.
And I manifested this friendship.
Yeah.
It's like, I'm going to be friends with the guy who's doing this thing. Yeah.
That's how it happened. I just walked in.
Yeah, that was it.
I just smelled like the bacon and the eggs, and I was like, what's going on over here?
Hell yeah. Never promised.
Do you have any of those, the ones you made, screen printed ones?
No, I made only like 8, and I sent them all out to colleges.
Nice.
And that's when I was like determined to like go to college. They were really cool. They were like a fun art piece. Maybe my mom has one, but yeah, it worked. I got into school, so just decided not to go.
Yeah.
Just do something else.
That's a flex in a way.
Yeah,
like,
maybe.
I could go.
I could go, but I don't.
They want me.
But they can't have me. I still want to make a cookbook. Like I read cookbooks all the time. I love looking at cookbooks. I just like the process of like making stuff. I've had like the opportunity in the past few months to like work on articles for like other publications. One of them was about Brother Frank's. Well, both were kind of because of Brother Frank's. So like you had this cool little moment. We didn't know what it was. It seemed really fun. What was it like being like a Latino business owner in San Antonio and being young? And another one was like, this seemed cool. What's it like to own something cool? Yeah. I'm not cool. What's the thing was cool? Yeah. What's that like? So I've gotten to like do that. And I think it'd be fun to like write about food and make stuff in that way. And then if you got to actually make the book yourself, even better.
That'd be fun. Yeah.
It'd be really fun.
We're initially talking about something pretty short, right? Like maybe 10 recipes?
It's like 10 recipes. It was just the simple shit that we did. And then like illustrations. And I just wanted to feel kind of like more, I don't know, not avant-garde, but I didn't want it to be like, I just wanted to feel fun like what you were doing and capture the energy of like what we're doing there, which was very bootstrap, very fly by the seat of our pants. Yeah. And it was like energetic and cool.
Hell yeah.
It was like really, I've been reflecting on it because this is the first time I've been back. And I'm like, this was fun. This was really fun. This was really cool. And I had like so many mixed emotions like after we like shut it down. But I was like come full circle. I'm like, yeah, shit, I was proud of doing that shit. It was cool.
That's good. Yeah, it should be. I mean, having that appreciation of the things that you do is important.
Yeah. I think I've kind of realized that. It's like, it's okay to like let yourself be like, good job, buddy. You did it.
Yeah.
You know,
you had fun doing it.
I had a lot of fun doing it. And then getting to meet so many of the people that are like in San Antonio, and I didn't have much of a social life. So like this was the thing that I got to do. It's like, I can meet you and feed you, and you can pop your head in the back and take photos or say, hey, really quick, or hang out while I'm closing kind of thing. So that was how I got to interact with people for the most part.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Maybe we'll do it again.
Yeah. I was going to say, do you want to, maybe we can plan the next release when you come down.
I think a few people have reached out about like doing a dinner or like taking over a restaurant's breakfast menu or like a brunch for like a weekend, like me taking over like a guest spot chef, like doing their thing. I think that would be really, really fun. It's funny because like the cooking aspect of stuff, it's like I started out cooking in really great restaurants, and that helped accelerate me quickly, but I haven't been doing it this long. A tremendous amount of time. I obviously did fabrication, and I was going to go to design school, and I don't know, I was a bicycle courier. We were just in Houston, and then you see all these people that I've like met over the past like 10 years, and it's like, oh, I knew this person from working at this dumb job. I was a bar back. You know, I used to work at Cowabunga's like downtown. Do you know Cowabunga's? You know Pegasus?
Yes.
Yeah, I used to work at Pegasus too.
Okay.
Like I've just worked at so many random ass places in town, and it's like, drive by thing. I'm like, work there. And it's just feels funny. You know, it feels like really goofy.
Seeing the path that you've walked, like
a little bit, and you're kind of piecemeal it together, getting to know somebody and like tell them about this thing and yourself. And it's like, I did this other thing. And then you're trying to connect a through line of how much you've changed and how much your even just circumstances have changed with it too. Like I imagine you're also kind of somebody who's done like a lot of different things.
Done a handful of things.
You've done a handful of things. You've kind of stuck within a relatively creative field though.
Yeah.
With music, videography, photography, right? Mm-hmm. Was there anything else? I don't know what else you've done.
Like job wise?
Yeah. I mean, just in general. I mean, there's like eras.
I mean, yeah, I don't know. All kinds of
I've seen
stuff.
photos on Instagram of you not with a beard and like thick curly hair. Looked like there was a pop punk era maybe.
Yeah. I maybe blended in, but
yeah,
I don't think so. Necessarily pop punk on my end, but.
You sure?
I don't know. There's like two pop punk bands.
There it is. Okay. Yeah. I knew there was something there.
But yeah. I don't know. I did a bunch of random stuff. Mm-hmm. Used to work at HEB.
Did you really?
I just had a normal job at one point.
Sure. Where do you see this going and yourself going?
This being
GROB.
GROB?
GROB.
Where's GROB going?
Where's GROB going? Where is the other stuff going?
Wherever GROB wants it to go, honestly. That's what I'm saying.
GROB is your god. You're in
That's ultimately what we're trying to do is start a cult.
We just like, you're in service of GROB.
Exactly, yeah.
I get that.
In some sense. Like, that should
That's
be
kind
true.
of like the bigger overarching thing of the Greater Oblivion.
Yeah.
Wait, why? Go ahead.
Well, what were you going to say?
I was so curious why you called it the Greater Oblivion and like how the other themes like tie into it.
That greater, like Oblivion being like, I don't know, not a defined thing, not just like me or you or some like one specific thing. It's like giving up your identity of like being an individual for a larger communal good, which is, I mean, just the creative aspect of all of it. Like it's ideally, or like I pitched it as like a collaborative art project essentially in the beginning.
Okay.
So it's, I mean, essentially that, like getting past your hangups of yourself, your ego, all that.
Yeah.
But also contributing like parts of yourself, like sharing to the whole. I don't know. It's hard to describe. It sounds a little woo-woo-y, I think, when I describe it.
It doesn't sound woo. It sounds like kind of ethereal, but it's like in like a positive way.
Yeah. I mean, hopefully, yeah.
None
of this should be any...
This doesn't feel negative. This is not a negative experience. I will not like leave this. It was negative getting out here. I started to feel very negative when I had to like drive past the medical center. I had to remind myself what traffic in Texas was like.
There's that.
It's horrible.
It's not great.
It's not great. My commute to work is a 6-minute walk.
Oh, yeah.
And like the biggest thing that I contend with is like a thing in Asheville are like bears. And because they just wreck my trash.
Oh,
yeah, that's it. Here it's traffic and
road rage. Yeah,
guns
exactly.
And, Greg Abbott and, Ted Cruz. Those are the things that everyone has to contend with here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just a full-on assault down here.
Yeah, it's a full-on assault. I like make the jokes constantly at work and around people. Like, yeah, I'm from Texas, and I do like, I kind of like do this like finger gun thing, and I catch myself just like doing it almost as like a tick at points. Like I punctuate a sentence with this, and then when I'm here, I'm like, oh shit, this is a real energy that exists here. That's a joke when I'm there to kind of mess around. This is.
Yeah, some bar stools skirt a little bit when you do that.
Yeah, that's like a thing that I've like. I got off the plane at IAH in Houston, and I remember I was hearing like this group of people talk. It was really sweet. They were talking about living out in the hill country, and they do that. It's like, yeah, I live on 50 acres, and then kind of out of pocket, this guy just like says, you show up on my land like that, I'm gonna meet you with a shotgun. And I was like, yeah, that's the first time I've heard that in a while. But that is.
It's a real ignorant mindset.
That's a real ignorant mindset. I mean, he was talking about like welcoming strangers and people that he met, but if he don't know you, that's the energy he meets you with. I was like, oh yeah, that's a thing that happens here,
First impressions, I guess, aren't a thing anymore.
They're not.
Or they're just trying to go for an aggressive one.
I don't like that.
Yeah.
I don't feel it. Are you an aggressive person?
I don't think so.
No?
Not physically or in any kind of confrontational sense.
You're built like a pit bull, though. Like you really are.
Mr. Worldwide? Yeah. I'll take that. I'll accept it.
You're built like Mr. Worldwide.
Just people tell me I look like Pitbull.
No, for real though. I've always thought this about like you walk around.
I've gotten weird.
You're beefy.
Thanks. I mean, it's natural. It's just, I mean, this is the way I look.
This is just called genetics.
Essentially, yeah. People ask like, I've been out at a bar and people are like, how long you been doing MMA? I'm like, I don't know what you're talking about.
You do have a jiu-jitsu vibe about you.
That people ask me if I'm rock climbing, and before I did actually rock.
It's your calves.
It's not the calves.
I don't know what it is. I'm trying to just gas you up a little bit. You rock climb now?
No, I did at one point.
Okay.
It's been several years.
That was a real trend that took over everything, didn't it?
It was fun. And then it was just that. It was just
I gotcha.
I get it.
Okay.
I can only go up 15 feet and back down so many times in the same place.
I don't have the time. I didn't have the time to like do something like that, to like really commit to a thing. Like I was really into cycling for like a long time. Worked at a bike shop, raced. I was like one of those fixie fuckboys kind of things like here in San Antonio.
Hell yeah.
But then I started taking it more seriously. I was like, I don't have the time to do this. You got to get to be like really good at something, and the barrier for entry for cycling is a lot of money to like buy bikes and get. I was like, I ain't into this. But I did train jiu-jitsu for a little bit.
Yeah.
I would just get my ass beat by like kids who just sprouted their first like chest hair.
Yeah.
Like it was like 15 and 16-year-olds just getting choked out by them. I started doing it while I was running, BF.
Oh yeah.
Like while I was doing it, because I would just be stressed, and I was like, I gotta find like an outlet, and working out's too much, and not too much, but I was just like, I need to find something for this
Something
energy.
more engaging. Yeah.
Yeah. Like it was because it's problem solving. It's like physical problem solving.
Yeah.
But I would just get like the floor mopped with my face. It was so humbling, and I like really, really loved it.
Yeah.
I like martial arts for that stuff, but I feel my age more than ever. I'm not like super. I'm 31.
Yeah.
But I now feel
It's
it.
coming. Yeah.
Yeah.
It
started to feel it there too. How old are you?
33.
33. Okay. Yeah.
So not too far.
Yeah. But I felt then, I was like just getting my ass beat by these kids, jumping back into that. I'm like, I probably would feel the same. Just my body would hurt. My body hurts.
Yeah.
I got a bad hip.
Sore.
I'm old.
Yeah.
There's like little things that are like starting to creep in. Like my hip hurts.
You start feeling like when it's going to rain.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I'm not in tune with my body in that way, but I'll get there. I'll get there like you.
Yeah, I can't see the future. I mean,
Not yet. Do you do this? I'm just so off subject, but I think about this often. When I picture people that I'm like talking about or thinking, how's the wine?
it's delicious.
Okay, good.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you.
Of course. Yeah, man. When I think about people, I think of them almost as like cartoon characters.
Mm-hmm.
Hey Arnold is like, he wears the same uniform
Mm-hmm.
every single day. I think of you're somebody that I do this to.
Mm-hmm.
I think that I have like an image of what Zach looks like in
Right.
my head. And it's really funny because you always have a wizard hat on. And like I swear, like I've thought about, like I see Dawn, there's like Vito, like friends of mine that I just like picture. You were somebody that I've always thought is wearing some sort of doom metal t-shirt, probably like a, sneakers and jeans, whatever, but the weird outline thing is that you have a wizard hat on, and like that's just kind of how it's like a wizard hat, a little backpack, and a camera, and like that's how I envision you.
All right. I like that. I mean,
Yeah,
I'll get Andrew on drawing like a cartoon version of that.
I think that's you. That's like your logo. It's like there's something, you got something mystical about you.
Thanks.
Yeah.
I'll take it.
Yeah, sure, man. I don't know. I remember thinking of that when you'd asked me to like do this podcast, and I was like, this is how I always picture Zach. It's like I just think about
You should
him.
have told me beforehand. We could have just dressed up.
If we were dressed as wizards doing this,
That'd be
that'd
pretty good.
actually be kind of hard. I'd do that.
It's like, what are they? I think there's Duncan Trussell was on Joe Rogan for like the 666 episode. He was dressed as the Pope or something.
Dressed as the Pope, yeah. I mean, I love Duncan Trussell for doing shit like
he's
that.
great.
He's the best.
His podcast's pretty good.
His podcast.
I don't know if we're going to get there ever, but it'd be nice. Get Duncan on here one day.
Oh my God, that's. I mean, why not? Why
I think I just have to do
you?
more drugs, so I
Do
can like
more drugs.
appear in his dreams or something. I don't know.
I think that's the way to do
Astral project into his life.
it. Do you believe that that's a thing?
Astral projection?
Yeah.
I don't know how I feel about it. I don't necessarily disbelieve it.
Sure.
I think there's a lot of interesting phenomena out there that
That you can't explain?
not necessarily. Yeah, I don't think there's
Do you believe in ghosts?
ghosts. I don't necessarily believe in.
Aliens?
Aliens, I think that's just a mathematical probability. They're also probably so far away that we're not going to ever see them.
What's a conspiracy theory that you like go hard with?
I don't know. I don't know if I go too hard in conspiracy theories, really.
Oh, yeah?
I'm more of a
I like the lizard people
it
one.
is what it is kind of guy.
Yeah?
Generally.
That's fair.
But I don't know. I mean, lizard people, it's good.
I think when I'm by myself, I could just have alone time, and I feel like I need to just fuck off for a second. I will go deep down, like the Anunnaki and conspiracy theories, and that's when I'll listen to Duncan Trussell and just like pick up on what's new out in the world, in the realm of like made up nonsense. That's where I like to go to.
For sure.
Wait, back to this whole thing with like wearing a wizard hat for you.
Okay. What does it look like? What's it like? It's like wide
purple.
brim. Is it like frilly kind of?
It's purple. It's very Gandalf like.
Okay.
And there's like a kind of a leopard band around.
Oh.
You know what I'm talking about? like a leopard print band.
Leopard band. That's pretty. That's kind of hard. That's kind of
yeah.
like a
I think
pimp
there's
hat
something
almost.
like kind of it's kind of like a pimp named Slipback.
This looks like
this is kind of
I'm picturing a Halloween costume that my brother wore in the 90s. So
I think there's something kind of elegant about it, but that's how I think of it when I think of you. Are you hardcore into fantasy stuff? I feel like that's isn't that part of like metal and the lore and
fantasy? I think I'm more sci-fi than fantasy.
okay.
If I have the division right in my head.
Yeah.
But I've always been more, I don't know, Kurt Vonnegut,
PKD?
Jeff Vandermeer.
Who's that?
I don't know if that's fantasy or sci-fi, honestly.
I don't know. I mean,
Did you see Annihilation?
Yeah.
That is based on a book in the trilogy. That's the author.
That guy scares the living hell out of me, Alex Garland.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I love him.
He wrote the movie, directed the movie for Annihilation, and then is doing Civil War.
I want to see a Civil War.
Civil War looks like it's going to stress me out. So
Did you see Men?
Yeah, of course I saw Men.
How do you feel about that? Were you stressed out?
I like thinking about those types of things, but I know I walk away from it like slightly stressed out.
Mm-hmm.
Like when I thought about Annihilation, and I want to read the book, or even when I read like PKD stuff,
mm-hmm.
it makes me feel. I don't. You ever watch the movie? Oh my gosh, Natural Born Killers.
No. Woody Harrelson?
Yeah, Woody Harrelson, Juliette Lewis.
I'm vaguely familiar with it, but I haven't seen
Requiem for a Dream.
Yes.
Okay, yeah, you've seen it. How many times in your life have you seen it?
Maybe twice.
Okay, that's the point. Is that you maybe see it once or twice, and you're like, I don't need to watch this for the rest of my life. That's how I feel every time I've either watched something from Philip K. Dick or read something from him. Even William Gibson, I've like read it, watched it. I'm like,
Neuromancer?
Yes, Neuromancer. He did that show, Peripheral.
Okay, I haven't seen that.
Yeah, in the books. I listened to the book. Yeah, I watched it. I'm like, there's a touch of realness that's just like too much for me.
Scanner Darkly.
Yeah, I mean, I love that movie.
I need to rewatch that because I remember watching it like in high school, and I read the book recently.
Yeah,
I don't remember it being so sad. It's crazy. Like it's pretty fucked up.
So sad. I don't remember what. I remember the movie. The book. It's been a really long time, but I was like, this is weird and creepy and sad.
It's like at the end, there's like a epilogue where it's like, this is dedicated to. Here's all the people that were affected by this like culture and all this shit going on.
That they're either passed or arrested or in prison or something like that. Yeah, it's a bleak thing, man.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. That type of sci-fi, I really enjoy.
Yeah,
but once is enough.
Yeah, for sure.
I'll just stick to I'll watch Dune 1,000 times.
Do you see Dune 2?
Yeah, I did.
I've seen it twice now.
You saw it twice?
I might see it again.
I fell asleep twice.
Really?
I really liked it.
In the one viewing?
Yeah, in the one viewing. That's like, I say that like, I really enjoyed it. I've seen Dune 1 so many times. It's just like, I want to pop something on for 3 hours in the background while I'm cleaning, put on Dune. But we went to go see Dune 2. I fell asleep like both, I think, during fight scenes.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I think it was like because I knew what was going to happen. They're just fighting.
Yeah, like,
it's in
who's going to win.
It's in the quiet moments where I'm like really trying to figure out what these guys are doing. So I'm really focused in. But when it's like them shooting rockets at each other, you know what's going to happen.
Rocket's going to hit. It's going to go.
Rocket's
boom.
going to hit. It's going to go boom. They're going to run, and that's when I'm like,
and then they party afterwards.
I'm nodding off. Yeah. Do you think with your videography and stuff and photography and things, directing something, obviously not on the scale of Dune, only one person gets to do that every 1,000 years or something like that.
I think it's as it's written.
Do you have an issue, like interest in directing things?
Yeah, I mean, that's ideally where I'd want to focus. Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
I mean, I've started with camera stuff, but I don't necessarily want to just do that. Not that I mind it.
I'm not trying to stay on theme. I'm just so curious because we don't get to talk like this that often.
For sure, yeah.
About how you want this to progress and grow and change. You or this or GROB or all of it. This
Outside
becomes
of GROB.
GROB Production Studios. This is how it starts.
It could definitely be attached to it in some sense.
20 years from now, you're walking on the stage.
Dune remake, dude.
Yeah, hell yeah. Dune, you're doing the Dune remake.
Not good enough.
No, more.
Most amazing rendition that we've had.
Nah, dude.
Let's run it back.
You're getting Timothy Chalamet when he's like 60.
He's going to be the dad now.
Yeah, hell yeah. See, that's cool. I don't know. Why not?
I don't know. I mean, yeah, directing is fun. I mean, I've done music videos and stuff.
I remember seeing these, yeah.
A bunch of random projects. Yeah, I mean, I've had several short story ideas in my mind, or short story, short film, whatever. I don't know necessarily what form they would manifest in, but they're just so fragmented, I think, in my mind, where it's like I'm also overthinking it in some sense, where I try to interweave them because it's like one cohesive story in a sense.
Okay.
But I mean, they're all different. I mean, weird relationship dynamic kind of things.
Yeah. But this feels like a vehicle to just make things and to get other people talking about things that they make.
Yeah, essentially, yeah. This is more less about me specifically, the things that I want to do.
I think I've made this half about you. I'm just so curious.
Oh no, I don't. That's fine.
Okay.
I mean, people tell me I don't talk about things enough, so it's
sure.
You got to tease it out of me
sometimes. I'm probably just deflecting because I don't think I have anything.
That's how I feel. That's what I think most of the time.
Oh, cool. So let's just talk about someone else then.
Right. Brian?
Nope. Yeah, that's cool. I was just curious about it because I think I always shared the same thing of like, I like just making things. It was never like I wanted to cook. I just like making stuff and share it with people. Mm-hmm. That was the same thing with like, making art at a young age and having an art studio and getting to show stuff. And then, I made these short little videos during the pandemic that I thought were like kind of fun. Mm-hmm. Never really got to share them with people, but that was the thing that resonated me with this is like, make stuff, share it. Doesn't matter what it is, just share it with people. I like doing that. I like the ephemerality of food, and I like the ephemerality of like, I don't know, of creative things in the creative process that like die, that have a shelf life.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that's why I think, I'm not trying to bring it back around to this, but when I've been reflecting on Brother Frank's too, it died. Mm-hmm. And I like that.
Yeah.
I like that. It's like, it's dead.
Yeah.
And it's cool.
It's got an end.
There's an end to it.
Mm-hmm.
I hate seeing like remake after remake after remake after remake of like anything except Dune. Obviously, it's perfect. But yeah, I like it when stuff has a shelf life, and it's like, that was really fun.
Yeah.
It's like, Blade Runner 2049? I want more. You know what I mean? But I'm not going to get any, and that's great.
Leave them wanting more.
Yeah, leave them wanting more. Maybe that's just like the motto.
Both of those, Garland and Villeneuve.
Yeah.
Great directors. Two, definitely currently top 5, top 3.
They're incredible. Yeah, man. They're fucking awesome. What are you into right now? Movies,
music.
Yeah.
I don't know, actually. I've been just letting Sunny replay like as noise. Like It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
Yeah?
I've just letting that happen while I work on other stuff. So it's like I'm not really focusing so much on anything.
So it's just in the back of your head?
Yeah. I've missed a lot of, I haven't really watched a lot of shows that came out recently.
Oh, man.
Movies. There's one coming out I want to see, or I think it just came out. Late Night with the Devil, I believe. I forgot the guy's name. It's he's usually like a supporting actor. It's the first role I've seen him in as like a main actor.
Yeah.
He's in, I think he's in like Christopher Nolan movies like The Dark Knight.
Okay.
Prisoners, I think.
Hugh Jackman.
You'd recognize him. No, he's like a pale white dude.
Oh, he's
I
the
cannot
weird
think of his
guy
name.
in Prisoners.
He's kind of weird looking.
Suicide Squad.
No offense. He's the dot guy in Suicide Squad.
He's the dot guy. Yeah.
I can't think of his name.
No, he's a comic book author as well.
Really?
Yeah. I like comic books and graphic novels, like horror comics and novels a lot. And he's like wrote a couple, I think for Black Horse or IDW, I can't remember, but he's a
cool.
super, super odd guy.
Yeah.
I can't think of his name.
Well, he's got a movie that he's starring in now.
Oh, nice.
I think I don't know if it's like a true story. It's definitely not real or whatever, but it's some late night host. I think it's like in the 70s or 80s, and he's bringing this girl on that's like possessed by the devil, and they're doing some kind of weird stuff like for the live audience. I think they're just trying to get ratings at the time.
Do you have a weird relationship with the devil? I think about the devil like a lot.
Weird relationship?
Not a weird relationship.
I'd say comfortable.
I think
I'm pro devil.
You're pro devil, yeah.
I'm devil, yeah.
I got this coolish t-shirt from Daniel Johnston.
Oh, hell yeah.
The Devil Has Texas.
There you go. It's a perfect shirt.
Yeah. I got so excited when I saw it because I really love Daniel Johnston and have for like a really long time. But I caught myself thinking about it. I was like, man, I think about the devil a fair amount.
Mm-hmm. In what sense?
Not a weird sense or anything like that, but like how people identify the devil, or just maybe it's just like identify like God or good and evil in that way, and then put their own views or their own like image of like what the devil looks like in a certain way. We keep doing this because I'm in Texas, so it's fresh in my mind. Greg Abbott's the devil, or Donald Trump's the devil, or on the other side, they're like, I remember going to a Christian school and be like, Barack Obama is the Antichrist. Mm-hmm. He is the son of the devil.
My mom was big on that.
Was she big on that?
Yeah, she
I grew up with people
she
like
posts some
that.
crazy shit on Facebook.
Oh my God. Yeah. Yeah. I got one aunt who's kind of, we all got one of those aunts who's like, yeah.
Some of us have several.
Yeah. I think it's a little bit more closeted on my side about like who thinks that, he and other people are the devil. But yeah, that's still like prevalent in my head. I was like driving out here from North Carolina and I saw something that was like, the devil's watching you. And it was just like, but it was weird because it was a set of eyes and then like a little, almost like a Precious Moments angel, like just sitting there and like the eyes are watching it and it said, call this number to get saved.
So the angels there like going to intercept.
I suppose
like blocking, like stop looking.
Maybe the angels who answers the call.
Yeah.
I don't know, but there's like so many of those things on the drive out, especially through the South. You're like, oh yeah, there are people out there that really think the devil looks like me.
Anything, yeah. People, just
yeah,
anthropomorphizing the devil in any sense.
That's what it is. Yeah, they're like, this is the devil looks red. Remember that show Cow and Chicken?
Mm-hmm. Oh,
the devil had like, you'd always see like this big red ass and these little horns, and he was like kind of like he was kind of like this slutty devil, but he was cool and really funny. I always thought he was awesome. Maybe that's the devil I think about.
What was it? Powerpuff Girls? The
Powerpuff Girls,
him, or was it just called him?
Yeah, had these claw things happening.
That was good.
Another cool devil.
Yeah, they just showing kids that.
Yeah,
that's good. That's why we're on the right side of things now.
You think so?
We can tolerate some devilry.
Yeah, we're into it.
Yeah. Some people are too into it though.
That's true. They play Dungeons and Dragons. Do you play Dungeons and Dragons?
I do not. I would if I could, probably.
I tried.
Yeah.
I tried when I was still out here. And I come by it honestly. Like I really like that stuff. I was like, this seems fun. Mm-hmm. I would play. I tried playing tabletop games with some friends. It just takes a long ass time.
Yeah.
It's a lot of effort. People play tens of years, and I don't know. I just I don't have time for that stuff.
For sure.
But I really, really like it. So all I do is just keep re-listening to the Lord of the Rings so I get my fantasy fix.
Nice. I need to reread that series actually.
Yeah?
I want to.
That's an endeavor, buddy. Just listen to it.
Yeah.
You read a lot.
I'm not a big audiobook guy. Yeah.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
with fiction probably more, but I read a lot of nonfiction and I take a lot of notes and I like highlighting, underlining.
What do you take notes on?
Things that I think will be either relevant in some other future sense or things that I want to reference more immediately.
I started like writing down what I eat and drink like on vacation. It's like something friends and other people have done. Mm-hmm. Cause you're like, what did I do on vacation? What was that thing that I had at this thing? Mm-hmm. I hate that feeling. Yeah. So, and especially like working in food, I'm like, what was this thing I ate in Houston on this day at this place? What type of beef noodle stew was it? So I've been documenting that stuff. It's really helpful. Yeah. Because I've already in the past couple of days, I'm like, what did we do on Tuesday? We ate this thing. Mm-hmm. So
I'm bad. I'm the opposite of that as far as food goes.
Really?
Yeah. Like people put a dish in front of me and be like, oh, I don't know what this is. Like, you just had this last week. I'm like, well.
What did you eat recently that was like memorable for you?
Memorable? I mean, nothing crazy. I mean, I had some really good ramen last night.
Cool. Was it here? Did Sean make it?
No, it was here in town. It was Ginza. I'm not sure.
Oh, yeah.
I can't read. So
yeah.
It was good.
Was it good?
I liked it.
Do you like San Antonio's food scene?
I don't dislike it. I guess I just don't have necessarily much reference outside of it. So
yeah,
I can't complain.
I can't either.
How do you feel about Luby's?
Oh, dude, the Jello and the fish sticks are perfect.
I'm a big Luby's guy.
Yeah?
I'm disappointed. I was going to one kind of consistently.
The fact that you said you're a big Luby's guy says a lot about you.
I'm from Texas.
Yeah. Luby's is great. I love a cafeteria style thing.
I love the atmosphere.
The atmosphere is just geriatrics. That's all it is.
Exactly. There was,
that is the atmosphere.
There was one time I was next in line. There was an older lady in front of me.
Yeah.
And I don't know, she was having a hard time like getting the bill or something, like the coins. I don't know what was going on.
Sure.
But she was just taking too long, and like the cashier was just fed up. She like, I don't know why. I feel like it should be a normal experience for her, but they were just like, they were just like not having it, and like they started to like grab the tray, like I'll get it, and they like forced it down.
Jesus,
what the hell?
Yeah,
keep that behind the scenes. I don't want to see this.
You don't want it. That's too much. Yeah, that's coming back to San Antonio's. Oh, sorry. Yeah, San Antonio's food. I like it. There's like things that I don't. I don't miss. There's things that like I end up inevitably craving. Like I crave Tex-Mex, I crave pan dulce, like I crave like certain stuff like can't get out in Appalachia.
Yeah.
But as a whole, I'm like kind of curious to see what like San Antonio's food does. It's changing in such a kind of funny way because like everything that I grew up with was Tex-Mex and Tex-Mex only, and like the steakhouse is king here, obviously. I don't know. And then there's Luby's. There's so many Luby's, and I want to talk shit about it, but I love it. You know what I mean?
Well, they're closing a lot of them down.
Well,
I think there's like 2 maybe.
There's maybe just 2 left. Yeah. Yeah. You know, we went to this place, Hot Wells, like this little like wine bar off like the old Hot Wells ruins. You like, soak your feet in Sulphur Springs and like drink wine and have a beer. Have you been?
That
buddy,
sounds cool.
Buddy, you got to go.
All right.
Yeah,
Let's go right now.
We could go right now, but the water was almost unbearably hot. Felt great, but it was like
Feeling like a toad. Just
like slowly boiling my feet. No, but there's stuff like that happens in San Antonio that didn't happen growing up here that I'm excited to see.
Yeah. Change and progress.
Change. Yeah, there it is. Bringing it back around. Change and progress.
But they're still working on 1604 though. So
that will never
gonna
change. There will be no progress. That
1604 is just an Ouroboros of a highway.
1604 is how I envision the devil. That is like the Texas highways.
They saw that up in the sky.
My anthropomorphized Satan. Truly. It's almost a reason why I would never move back here. I hate it. I hate driving like that so much. But I do miss Texas sometimes.
Yeah, it's got its perks.
It's got its perks, yeah. You can open a business and you can fairly easily, and it's nice and warm. It's cold where I live.
Sometimes it's a little too warm though.
Sometimes it's too warm, yeah.
Yeah.
Would you move anywhere else?
Yeah. I mean, I don't have anywhere necessarily in mind that I would move to, but I mean,
yeah.
Anyway, I mean, yeah, Colorado's cool. I just think of the places that I have been.
Sure.
California, if I could afford it, which I'll never.
Nobody can, and they take all.
But also, I don't know if I'd want to live there. Somewhere, not LA at least. I wouldn't want to live in LA.
Yeah. You would be Texas-ine. They're California.
Yeah, we're just gonna. Yeah, they're coming over here. So
yeah, I kept thinking about that when I was in California visiting my brother just like last week, and I'm like, don't California my Texas. I heard people unironically say that here, like in the airport. Yeah, the Californians is just changing it so much, and I'm like, God damn, this is not a joke. This is how people actually feel.
Airports are the Wild West in some sense. There's some wild times in airports.
I slept in an airport for 6 hours in Oakland because my flight got canceled for taking Frontier, like the Greyhound of the Sky kind of thing, and I won't do it.
Yeah,
I like traveling.
Sleep in an airport again? Is it, you mean? Or
take Frontier. Take Frontier. I'm sure I'll end up sleeping in an airport at some point. It's not the first time it's happened. Yeah, it won't be the last, but it's just there's such a more high probability when you fly a shitty airline. Yeah, man. That's all I got. I'll see you later.
All right. And we can brag on airports for a little bit.
I don't want to brag.
What's up with Boeing?
No, I don't want to do that. I want to have this much more wine, and then I gotta dip to keep celebrating my mom.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm here for my mom's birthday.
Oh shit.
Yeah, well, not just. We're timed it out specifically to be here for
overlap
in San Antonio, my mom's birthday, but we'll be in Austin.
Is it today or
tomorrow? But we're kind of gonna grab dinner tonight, and then my mom's. We're gonna be in Austin, and then back here again. Yeah.
Nice. Hell yeah. Well, happy birthday to her.
I'll tell Terry you say that. Yeah, she'll appreciate it.
Happy birthday, Terry.
Cheers, Mom. We had a podcast.
You and your mom?
No.
Oh.
Whoa, that would actually be
that
fun.
Could be something. Yeah,
it'd be kind of fun. Like a 10-minute podcast with my mom.
Next time you come down, bring her over.
Yeah. The Greater Oblivion just has.
We need a mom in here.
A mom presence to be like, what are y'all doing with your time?
Yeah.
What is this? Is this a garage? Yeah, just to be like, yeah, it's like a mom to kind of talk shit about like everything that you're doing.
You're kind of wasting space here with all this gear.
That's what my mom would do. She's like, this is weird. What do y'all do? It's like, don't y'all go to work?
Yeah.
Yeah, this is what my mom would do.
Yeah.
Yeah. She look at me. This is a long time you've been on vacation, buddy. I lost track of thought.
You're here in town for your mom's birthday. You're gonna go get dinner tonight.
Yeah.
Others.
I don't know.
Where are you going? What do you eat?
I don't know. We're still trying to figure it out.
You got options you're weighing?
No. They're going to pick. They're very picky eaters. It's like dining with your parents. It's like a goofy thing. My parents have been stuck eating the same food for like the last 30 years.
What's that?
My dad's like old school, like Mexicano, that stuff. It's like he wants a pork chop. He wants tacos. He wants red meat, but the thing that we do agree on is like he loves Chris Madrid's burgers. I love Chris Madrid's. We went yesterday.
Nice.
Yeah. So it's like we can find common ground. If you can get him a beer and get him an outdoor patio, he's relatively happy. My mom is too. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
This is cool. It looks cool.
This is cool. Thanks.
Yeah.
It's coming together. We'll get some more angles eventually. I think I want to do like a third camera, get like a 2-shot with everybody.
Yeah. We
did the last one with like
4 cameras.
Well, no, it was just the same, but it was the guest and Andrew, and it's just like this kind of bar is a little blocking the second person over here.
Yeah.
So we got to figure that out a little bit. I don't know. It's not the word. It's not end of the world.
Whatever. Keep doing it. I don't want you to stop.
Yeah.
I want you to keep doing this.
Can't stop, won't stop.
I think that's what happens is like people like have a creative thing and they're like really excited about it and they just like don't keep doing it.
Yeah.
Right?
I wonder why. I mean, if anybody wants to talk about that, I'd be interested in talking about that because there's like burnout. There's, I feel like different elements of not getting feedback in general. People are like, they don't have that, like, am I doing all right? Like, does anyone even care? Like, does anyone want more of this?
I think there ends up people find an audience for like anything, but like why do you think people stop doing like anything creative? Just those reasons, you think?
Well, that's what I'm saying. I want to dig into that. There's obviously several reasons. Other things in life come up. You got to start a family or something. Or lose your job. Who knows? You got to take care of someone in your family.
But this isn't like something that, and I'm not like saying this in a weird way. This is something that you are funding yourself, doing yourself. There's like nothing you have carved out the time to do it. There's nothing stopping you from doing this thing.
Currently, if things were to change somehow and
you got
maybe I need
corporate
to fly to another. Yeah. I don't know. Who knows?
Your advertisers don't want you talking about the devil.
Yeah, they do frown upon that.
They do frown upon that. Yeah, I don't. I think that's where I've started so many different projects. I wanted to make like a magazine when I was like in my early 20s. I got like really into small art magazines and similar to what you're doing, but I was like, this seems cool and I want to interview people. And I have a hard drive of like interviews of people I did with people. And I'm like, or artists specifically. And that never materialized. And I don't know if that's like me or my friends or what keeps people from, is it just like getting in your own head, getting in your own way?
Yeah, I think a lot of the times, it is. People, it's self-doubt, uncertainty, all that stuff.
What is it for you specifically?
As far as why I don't do things?
Why you don't, maybe haven't, you're doing this, so there's no self-doubt. You're doing it right now.
I try to do things. For me, it's, I don't know. It's just, if it feels right, then I'll do it. If not, then I'm not.
Just won't do it.
Yeah, it's not, I don't feel like
that's a
rush or an urgency to anything that I do necessarily.
That's a level of zen that I'm trying to accomplish or like get to. That's really nice.
It's doable.
Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
God, you're so inspiring. Yeah, I like being around creative people. I like being around people who continually want to make stuff.
Yeah. Same. That's why part of the motivation too is like to bring those people together and just keep the wheels going.
Keep it going. Yeah. After Change in Progress, what's the next theme?
I don't know. I think it might just be, I don't know if it's just going to be politics or whatever, but something political.
Whoa.
Because we got an election coming up, dude.
Would you talk to people who differ in opinion with you?
Sure. If they're willing to talk, because a lot of people don't necessarily.
I think you can find
about the things that they're saying.
Oh yeah.
A lot of people are just kind of repeating things, and they're not.
You would want somebody
analyzing them.
You want Ben Shapiro on this show?
No.
Okay.
Sure. If he wants to come on, Ben, bring it on.
But he's not. He's definitely thinking about what he says. It's just maybe it hurts
for some people. I can't necessarily confirm whether or not somebody believes the things they're saying, but there's a lot of grift to a lot of the talking heads.
Oh yeah.
They're just saying stuff to get people to give them more money or views or whatever the hell.
I would watch a debate with a young Republican or a young Democrat in here. I would watch you moderate that.
Interesting. Yeah. I'd moderate. Yeah. I don't think I would be necessarily good at debating.
Like a young Democrat, young Republican, an anarchist, and
So yeah, get a socialist in here,
and like a wizard,
a libertarian, so we can make fun of them. Everyone just point and laugh.
Yeah, I think that'd be fun. Yeah, you watch a libertarian and be like, don't tell me what to do.
Seatbelts are a crime.
Jesus Christ, that's just so crazy.
They just complain about seatbelts and taxes. Like, all right.
Yeah. Buddy, I got to bounce.
You got to dip out?
Yeah.
No worries.
So I wanted to hang out and talk to you for a second. This was really fun.
Yeah, it's been
We
great.
should only have conversations and our friendship should only be recorded.
Yeah, let's just do that.
I'm actually very
You
down.
can only prove it through this. Like,
What would be the most documented friendship? You'd watch it evolve and happen.
Yeah.
We can do this like over Zoom. I would do.
That'd be fun, yeah.
I would actually love to have you be my fully documented friendship. We can watch it evolve and devolve over time. It'd be really cool.
Just going through the ups and
That's
downs.
an art piece in itself. It's
That'd
like
be fun, yeah.
a
All right.
30-year friendship that you can document every interaction.
Yeah.
That's I'm saying
That's
this,
the new project.
and it sounds like really dumb and kind of really fun at the same
Yeah.
time.
I mean, that's the best. That's how you know it's something good.
That means as soon as we turn off these microphones that I will not interact
Yeah,
with
we're
you.
not talking
I'm
after
just
this. Yeah.
We're just gonna walk straight out. I won't make any eye contact
maybe
with
like
anybody.
a nod or whatever.
Yeah,
but
just like a bit.
I'll hold the door. And
Okay. Good seeing.
it's like we just broke up.
seeing
You
a
come
year.
and pick your stuff up.
This is really fun, man. I'm excited
Cool.
for you, and I want you to keep doing this.
Yeah. Thanks. We will. And thanks for being here, dude. I'm glad
Yeah,
you
dude.
can come by.
Yeah,
while
me
you're in
too.
town.
Let's grab a drink later.
Let's do it. Let me know.
And we won't talk the whole time.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
Unless there's a camera rolling.
Yeah, absolutely.